When Empire State of Mind took over the charts in 2009, many believed Alicia Keys was always destined to be part of that New York anthem. Her soaring vocals matched Jay-Z's lyrics perfectly, and the song became a generational classic, but leaked behind-the-scenes stories suggest her inclusion wasn't so straightforward. Reportedly, Mary J. Blige recorded the original version of the chorus, and Jay-Z was leaning toward releasing it with her vocals, but something or someone shifted the narrative, and suddenly Alicia had the spot. Alicia herself admitted in a radio interview that Jay had a hard time even reaching her to collaborate. At one point, he nearly gave up, but eventually, she answered the call, and the rest is platinum selling history. Or is it? Industry insiders claim there was more happening in the shadows. Songwriters Angela Hunta and Janet Sewell Ulepic allegedly crafted the hook for another singer entirely. Yet Alicia ended up as the voice of the hook, and some speculate it wasn't just talent that secured her place, it was influence. Clive Davis, the legendary record executive behind icons like Whitney Houston, had taken Alicia under his wing from the start. He signed her when she was just 19, shaped her sound, curated her image, and ensured she'd be viewed as soulful yet safe. According to Jaguar Wright, Clive's reach extended far beyond typical management. She alleged that Alicia's entire rise to stardom was a result of favors, submission, and silence, not merely musical genius. Wright's recent tirades accused Alicia of more than industry compliance. She claimed Alicia had built her success on betrayal, stealing husbands, keeping secrets, and bending to the will of powerful men. In one accusation, Wright said Alicia destroyed her relationship with a man named Antonio Gordon, citing that he caught Alicia in bed with someone else after flying in to surprise her. According to Wright, Keys left him emotionally damaged, just one of several lives she disrupted in her climb to the top. Then came the most explosive allegation: Alicia's role in the marriage breakdown between producer Swizz Beatz and his then wife, Mashonda Tefrere. While Swizz and Alicia always claimed they began dating after his separation, the timeline told a murkier story. Swizz was still legally married when photos of him and Alicia surfaced. Mashonda, refusing to stay silent, wrote an open letter addressed directly to Alicia, stating plainly, "You know what you did." She accused Keys of knowingly involving herself in a relationship that hadn't yet ended. Alicia never responded publicly. She kept her head down and let the storm pass. But for many fans, the silence was deafening. Alicia had built her brand on truth, peace, and sisterhood. Yet here she was, accused of breaking another woman's home and never offering an explanation. Despite the controversy, Alicia and Swizz married in 2010 and welcomed 2 sons. Publicly, they projected a united, healed family, even appearing with Mashonda for co-parenting photos. But the internet doesn't forget. For those who felt betrayed, the open wounds remained. Jaguar Wright didn't stop at infidelity. She also attacked Alicia's public persona, mocking her appearance and challenging her to a fight. She called Keys fake, someone who hides her true self to protect her fame. She went further, claiming Clive Davis instructed Alicia to harm other artists' careers, and when Keys resisted, he used threats to bend her will. These claims, whether true or not, reopened old debates about how Alicia's pristine image came to be, and who helped build it. From the start, Alicia's trajectory had been meticulous. Clive Davis delayed her debut album to rework its sound and make it more marketable. Her original gritty R&B vibe was softened to fit an adult contemporary mold. Her piano, her braids, her quiet strength, all cultivated to appeal to broad audiences. She wasn't flashy like Beyonce or rebellious like Lauryn Hill. She was polished, calm, and safe, and critics noted how carefully her career was managed. There were never outbursts, never political rants, never tabloid meltdowns, but that polish came at a cost. Other artists claimed Clive favored Alicia and sidelined others to promote her. Jaguar Wright insisted that Keys was used strategically to make others look small, while Clive built her brand into gold. That favoritism was never publicly confirmed, but industry whispers suggested that Alicia's silence wasn't just personal, it was required. She never involved herself in feuds, didn't comment on hip-hop politics, and remained largely apolitical throughout her early career. Then came 2016, when Alicia decided to go makeup free. She showed up at the BET Awards with nothing on her face, not even lip gloss. It was a bold move in an industry where women are expected to appear flawless. She explained her decision in a passionate essay, claiming she was tired of the pressure to hide her imperfections. "I don't want to cover up anymore," she wrote. "Not my face, not my soul, not my thoughts. Fans celebrated her vulnerability, feminists praised her stance. Social media lit up with support. Women across the world posted barefaced selfies in solidarity. Alicia had sparked a movement, or so it seemed. Months later, sharp-eyed fans noticed something odd. In her new press appearances and music videos, Alicia looked enhanced. Not dramatically, but enough for people to question if she was truly makeup-free. Beauty editors and bloggers zoomed in on high-res images, pointing out traces of tinted moisturizer, lip balm, and subtle bronzer. Suddenly, Alicia's empowerment move began to feel like marketing. She had created a brand around no makeup, yet appeared on The Voice with light glam under studio lights. When pressed, she clarified that she wasn't against makeup, just pro-choice. She hadn't meant to shame anyone, just wanted to be herself. But that wasn't how her original message read. It had sounded like a manifesto. Now, fans felt confused. Was she genuine, or was she just capitalizing on a cultural moment? The criticism intensified. Articles questioned whether her stance was ever real or if it had simply been another layer of image crafting. Some argued that Alicia, with her access to luxury skincare and wellness routines, had a level of privilege the average woman didn't. Going makeup free is easier when your lifestyle allows for it. For everyday women, it felt like yet another unreachable beauty standard, only now disguised as authenticity. By 2020, the backlash had quieted, but Alicia's credibility had taken a hit. Then came her 2024 trip to Saudi Arabia, a move that reignited controversy in a major way. She flew there to perform and speak at a women's summit, one that was meant to highlight progress in a country long criticized for its treatment of women. The optics were complicated. Saudi Arabia had only recently lifted its ban on women driving and continued to enforce strict male guardianship laws. Human rights organizations were still condemning the imprisonment of female activists. Yet here was Alicia, on stage, praising empowerment and unity. Activists were outraged. Many accused her of participating in a propaganda campaign meant to whitewash Saudi Arabia's image. Her appearance was seen as a stamp of approval from the West, an endorsement from someone known for promoting self-liberation and feminism. The contradiction couldn't be ignored. How could Alicia, who once stood against beauty norms and declared independence from the industry machine, now perform under the banner of a repressive regime? Worse still, she didn't address the criticism. Alicia posted glamorous photos from the event, praising the women she met, but she didn't mention the jailed activists. She didn't acknowledge the country's human rights record. Her silence echoed louder than ever. Fans, once devoted to her messages of strength and truth, now questioned everything. If she could overlook this, what else had she ignored over the years? Even fellow artists began distancing themselves. Musicians who had refused to perform in Saudi Arabia reiterated why. They cited censorship, abuse, and the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Alicia remained silent, pushing forward with her music and projects as if nothing had happened. But the damage was real. It wasn't about cancel culture. It was about credibility. Fans wanted answers, and Alicia offered none. For years, she'd been seen as an unproblematic icon. No arrests, no outbursts, no Twitter meltdowns, but maybe that's what made the revelation so shocking. Her calm demeanor, once seen as grace, now felt like a smokescreen, and the question echoed louder than ever. Was Alicia Keys a product of her own power or the industry's quiet puppet?